Hey guys, what's up? I'm back with another video, and this video is going to be specifically talking about um, understanding what area of real estate you want to be in, and we're just going to only talk about residential real estate. So, in my opinion, there are four areas of residential real estate. Two of them kind of go together, but there are four. So, you have high income residential rentals, you have middle income residential rentals, you have low residential income rentals, and then you have like programmatic. So programmatic would be you accepting a program, which usually falls into the low middle range. I mean, you can definitely have a Section 8 voucher holder for $1,400, and programmatic is going to be Section 8 here in Miami-Dade. It could be somebody from Citrus, Chapman, the Veterans Voucher Program, Rapid Rehousing. It could be, I mean, it's a number of programs, but these are programs that you as a landlord, they pay you directly. The home program pays the entire year for the tenant. I mean, just different programs like that. So, and that's usually low to middle low income. So you have to decide what type of landlord you want to be. Are you willing to take these programs? Are you willing to take people from these programs? You need to understand that there are great tenants from some of these programs, but then there are also tenants who have issues from these programs. Are you willing to deal with some of the issues that come with having these types of tenants? For example, I'm going to be uploading a video from some evictions that were done from a few tenants, and these are tenants that I knew because I had met someone going to some county meetings, and they were looking for some units. Now, the majority of the people that came through their program that we housed are perfect tenants. They're model tenants. But there are always going to be a few that won't be a model tenant. But you have to decide if you even want that type of tenant. And I could do a whole video just on different program tenants and programmatic tenants and the issues that come with those programs and the benefits and the minuses, the plus and the minuses that come with those types of programs. Of course, one benefit is that you get your check on the first. I mean, they mail it out the Friday before, the last Friday of the previous month, to make sure that you have it by the first. I mean, they usually give you first, last security. Right now, they just told me yesterday they're going to start giving 2 months of security, first and last. And so, I mean, right at the very beginning, when the tenant moves in, you're getting 4 months right in advance of rent. And so there are some advantages, but then there are some disadvantages, because you may have to evict someone who, after their program period is up, they don't want to pay, or after their during the program, they may have some other types of issues. So personally, I am a combination landlord. I do not do anything in luxury. I do middle, low, and programmatic. To me, I just think luxury rental is a little bit too high risk. And I mean, that's just my personal thing. I could do a video on that if you all want it. But I just would not be buying $1 million homes to try to rent to someone who then end up having to file bankruptcy because they've been living beyond their means. I mean, not that they can't do it on the lower scale, but I'd rather have it's just a difference. It's just a huge different thing. So, and I think a lot of landlords are a mixture, but then I think a lot of landlords shy away from low income and programmatic. And quite honestly, I think that low income and programmatic type income are the highest margins. You are going to make the most, you're going to get the most bang for your buck renting to that tenant. Now, granted, that is a high risk tenant in terms of probability of eviction, probability. I mean, maybe Because like I said, you can have tenants who are good coming out of programs. You can have tenants that are bad coming out of programs. You can have tenants that are good that are low income. You can have tenants that are bad low income. You can have tenants that are good mid income. You can have tenants that are bad low mid income. I mean, like I said, I stay away from luxury for a whole bunch of reasons, but that's like a whole nother thing. But yeah, so you definitely want to know what type of landlord you want to be. Do you even have? I was at a meeting once at the county again, and they asked the group of landlords who was there, "Oh, do you all think that who all do you think would want to rent to former homeless?" And it was me and another landlord there, and they were like right from a number of one to 10, whether you think that most landlords, and I my explanation that I gave, me and him gave the same number, 5, that renting to ex-homeless is not for everyone, because you have to know how to deal with certain populations. And if you're of a certain type of personality, there may be certain populations that you just cannot deal with. And so then you don't need to be trying to rent or collect money or go and talk to certain populations. Now me, you'll see I make an adjustment. I can make an adjustment, which most of the time, just as a Black woman, you have to be able to make adjustments anyway. If you're in the workplace, you have to be able to make adjustments. When you're home, you have to be able to make adjustments. When you're out and about, you just have to be able to make adjustments. That's maybe in the way that you're carrying a conversation with someone, the way you're doing business with someone. I mean, it just is what it is. And so you just really need to be clear on what area you would like to specialize in, or what area you want to focus or hone in on in real estate. I think the barriers to entry are much easier, of course, in lower income, because the properties are going to be a bit cheaper because they're in cheaper neighborhoods, or less desirable neighborhoods, and not even, because a lot of the times those neighborhoods end up changing in the midst of you owning the property, and you can either sell them for a big profit or increase your rents, remodel and increase your rents. So you really have to look at all the dynamics of where you want to be and what type of renter you want to have everyday involvement with. But like I said, personally, I think that margin wise, you're going to get the biggest return with the low income, and probably someone in a program to, well, I don't, depending on where you are with the program, because they really dictate your rent amount. You tell them how much you want, and then they go by what the average is in that area according to the government like they have set numbers of what they can pay you for rent for like a 2-bedroom, a 3-bedroom, a 1-bedroom, or whatever. But barring that, I really think that the margins are better in the low income classification to focus on. Anyway, if you have any questions about this subject, rate, comment, subscribe, tell me about it, ask me about it. I have a bunch of videos to get done, like I said before, because people have been asking me a bunch of questions, and I'm just trying to knock some of them out. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.